what I bought for 2 weeks of food. Sorry, Edgar's feeder just fed him, so you'll hear him eating in the background. So all of this is actually getting cooked this weekend, and half of it's going in the freezer for 2 weeks from now. I guess not this week, but the next week of meals, and then the rest of it will be for this coming week's meals. This is actually, it was like $11 more than what I usually spend in 2 weeks, but I did just get back from my trip and I have a very empty things, like pantry. So like normally like I make my own almond milk, so I keep a bunch of almonds, and those are like not even enough for one batch of almond milk. I also make oatmeal almost every single morning, and I'm down to about like 4 more servings of oats. So I bought a bunch of oats, had a bunch of my own almonds. Those were like $15. So running out of snacks for my niece. I think I typically stay around $60 to $75 a week. First, whole milk. I am gonna make strawberry smoothies again this week, and I use cow's milk, not almond milk. I use my almond milk to make oatmeal. I cook oatmeal in it. Oh, I have ice cream in here somewhere that needs to go in the freezer because I wanted ice cream tonight, even though it's a little bit late, but I kind of don't care. Where is it? There it is. Chocolate chip cookie dough. I'm making myself some like vegan bolognese, except I somehow have Parmesan in the fridge that's still good. So I'm using regular Parmesan. Plus my grocery store doesn't have a lot of vegan cheese options. It does have like a vegan cream cheese and has some like cheese slices, but not like a vegan Parmesan because I don't shop at a fancy store. So that's for this weekend because I'm really good about food prepping for the week, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I have to eat Saturday and Sunday too. So eating this. Had to restock the bedtime tea. I only have like 3 more left. And then I don't like honey, but I've seen these, my niece does. And so I know I've actually had these before and they're not terrible, but I just don't really like honey. But I thought this would be a good snack for her for like car rides and just when she's over here. So I also restocked on applesauce pouches. It's nice that my store has this like a Mod Podge box of these. She loves Paw Patrol, she loves Bluey, so I usually get these. And then some of these have like squash, apple, strawberry, spinach. So it's not just applesauce, like the boxes of ones you can buy. And then I also got some more of these Made Good bars for her snacks too. So will be good for a few weeks for her. Where's my peanut butter while I'm up here? I think I have just enough peanut butter for tempeh that I'm making for this week, but then something else called for peanut butter. I don't remember what else. Something else I think called for peanut butter. And then if I don't have quite enough cashew butter for protein bars, then I will use peanut butter. But now I have 2 of these and one that has like a 1/4 cup, so not gonna need peanut butter for a while. Why do boxes do this? Like open on the top, but then you can't open them on the bottom, so then you have to open both sides to flatten it. Like, this is such a thing now, and it's so annoying. Broccoli, lots and lots of broccoli. We're growing another onion. Okay, what else do we have? Salad to go with my pasta the next couple of nights. So I'll eat like half of this one night and half of it the next. Bagels. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try a new breakfast. Very, very simple. But they did it with toast, but I'm just gonna have bagel because that's what I wanted. And then cream cheese. That's vanilla. Cream cheese. And then I don't really like jams or jellies, but I'm gonna try with some strawberry fruit spread is what this one's technically called. So bagel, cream cheese, strawberry fruit spread, and then pistachios. So I'll chop these up on top and hopefully I like it. If I don't, I'll just scrape off the strawberries and eat that instead. I am only gonna have it this weekend though. And I'm not sure when we'll next eat bagels. Maybe we'll just have them the next week my niece is here. That'll be in like 3 weeks from now. So I'm just gonna take these 2 out for this weekend. Oh, can you see them? There There we go. And then these guys will go in the freezer for next time. Celery. What was this part? Where's my phone? Because I don't remember all that I'm making. And I don't remember what goes with what. I think it's in the split pea soup. Is this. And then kale is for the chickpea curry for next week. Oh, look at that. I already got hair on it. It was probably in my bag. Just gets everywhere. All right. And then what is this? Oh yeah, all the almonds. I do have some bulk bags. I only have 2 clean ones that are now used, but so these are the almonds for almond milk. Carrots are for the bolognese. I need one for the bolognese, and then the rest are for the split pea soup, I'm pretty sure, because I made Christmas gifts for coworkers that were like little food baskets. So some of them had like a chili, which I have a jar for myself too, and some of them were split pea soup. And so I have like a lot of split peas. And then shallot, also for the bolognese. Apples, oh, and rice. Hello, rice. This is for the curry next week. Apples just for snacks this weekend. Ginger is in a couple of things. My big bag of oats. I need to start putting some of this stuff like away. I'm making, what did it call? Like sticky noodles. It had a better name than that. Ginger noodles maybe for this week. And then I need a little bit of cauliflower also in the bolognese sauce. So it's like carrot and cauliflower and shallot and ginger and then tomato. There's a bunch of veggies in it, so I'm just gonna put the rest in my noodles for the week. And then I also have some frozen peas and edamame that I'll just add in there. Tomatoes, also just for snacking. I needed 2 onions for something. I think it's for the soup, or maybe it's for the curry, or maybe it's for the soup and the curry. But I don't like onions, so I bought 2 small ones. And I also get sweet onions because I tolerate those a little bit better. And I also need like 12 cloves of garlic, so I bought plenty of garlic. Here's my tempeh. Oh, and buckwheat flour is also for the protein bar. So it calls for oat flour. I think 1 3/4 cup. But the first time I made it, I didn't have oat flour and my blender was dirty, so I didn't make oat flour. I had like half-ish a cup of buckwheat flour, and then I used just regular all-purpose flour for the rest, and they were really good. And then the next time I made them with oat flour, and they were still good, but my niece and I didn't like them as much. So I'm just going back to the way I made them the first time, which is wrong, but better. So at least better to us. So bought some buckwheat flour for those. So annoying. Yes, you are. I didn't realize until I was done filming that I ran out of storage space. So I can't quite remember everything else that was left in that bag. There's a large can of crushed tomatoes for the vegan, this is gonna be vegetarian bolognese. And then some of it I think also goes in the curry. There's 2 cans of, excuse me, I have the hiccups after eating my ice cream. 2 cans of chickpeas. I also bought some raisins and yogurt covered pretzels just to have a small snack in the morning before my workouts. Right now I don't eat anything. Oh my gosh, I should have filmed this later. I think I might just have like a few pretzels or like a handful of raisins and just see how that goes. Also a can of coconut milk for the curry. What else was left? Oh, whipped cream. Because a couple months ago, my niece wanted strawberries and Nutella, and I got whipped cream to go with them too. And then I was like, what do I do with the rest of this? And so I started, after I give Edgar his medicine at night, because he gets his thyroid medicine twice a day. So I started when I give it to him at night. It reminds me to take my supplements, and then we'd have whipped cream. And then literally after 3 days, he would get his medicine and then like go to the fridge. So that's become a habit. Sorry. So I got more of that. Yogurts for my smoothies. Oh, some Gouda, smoked Gouda cheese just for a snack because I am going to make rolls tomorrow. So I'll have some like Gouda and rolls. And I did soak some almonds. So I'll make almond milk in the morning. Oh, that also reminds me, I got more vanilla because my mom's out of vanilla because I put 2 dates and a splash of vanilla in my almond milk. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I think everything else I already went through. I can't remember if, I think tahini was in there too. And I don't remember what that's for. Also, in other news, I found the straw for my Australia Zoo cup. So I'm so happy. I was like, I know I packed it. And when I went to this store for some swimsuits for my niece this summer, I was like looking for straws and they didn't have any, and I'm glad they didn't because I found it. So yeah, anyways, update from last week's video. Actually, I can't put that away quite yet because this is clean, but this is not clean. So wash that and yay. So yeah, I'll put in some clips of all the food that I make and see you guys next time.